Hello, classmates. Today, let's learn about the interface design specifications of the Android system together. In this class, we will introduce it from 6 aspects: an overview of the Android system, Android interface design sizes, Android development units, Android icon sizes, Android fonts, and Android sliced images. First, let's learn about what the Android system is. Android is an open-source operating system based on Linux, and is currently the most common operating system. Generally, it is used in mobile devices, such as smartphones and tablets. The Android system is the most mainstream mobile phone operating system nowadays, due to the excellent underlying framework of Android. The smartphones produced in China are all optimized and developed based on the underlying framework of Android. Therefore, the screen sizes of Android are extremely diverse. Among them, the most commonly used sizes are 720p and 1080p. Next, let's take a look at the interface design sizes of Android. This chart takes 1080 multiplied by 1920px as the standard size of the design draft. The chart lists the resolution dpi density dp corresponding px, as well as the resolutions of the status bar, navigation bar, and tab bar of the design interface respectively. Next, let's learn about the Android System Development Units, DP and SP. DP is the basic unit of Android devices. DP and PX used by designers for drawing need to be converted by analyzing the DPI value of the device. The calculation formula is DP multiplied by DP is divided by 160 equals PX. For example, taking 720 multiplied by 1280 PX as an example, 1 DP multiplied by 320 PPI divided by 160 equals 2 PX. SP is the font unit of Android devices. The Android platform allows users to customize the text size. When the text size is in the normal state, 1 SP equals 1 DP. Annotating software such as Lanhu and Fscook support marking fonts with the SP unit. For the Android icon sizes, classmates can refer to the chart shown here. The table clearly gives the size requirements of various icons under two resolutions of 720 multiplied by 1080 and 1920 by 1080. Generally, for the fonts of the Android system, Notizenchen, a private bold font, is used for Chinese, and Roboto is used for English. The font sizes are as follows. The theme text is 36px to 34px. The body text is 28px to 26px. And the prompt text is 24px to 22px. The Android text specifications are as shown in the icon. Finally, let's learn about the requirements for sliced images of Android. Since single-pixel images will have blurry edges, the size of the sliced images must be an even number. Generally, only 3 sets of sliced image resources need to be provided to meet the adaptation needs of Android engineers, which are HDPI, XHDPI, and XHDPI respectively. In addition, the 9 sliced image is a special form of image in the development of the Android platform. The file extension is 9png. The advantage of using this kind of image is that the 9 icons made by designers can let developers know clearly which parts can be stretched and which parts need to be preserved. The product design plan is logically confused, and the interface functions are not intuitive. Why would a product plan that one thinks is very perfect be criticized for being logically confused, having unclear functions, and having design problems? Finally, a large amount of time has to be wasted on rework. And all of this is because the method of functional structure has not been mastered. What is a functional structure diagram? Let's first look at the definition in Baidu Encyclopedia. A functional structure diagram is a chart drawn according to the subordinate relationship of functions, and each box in the diagram is called a functional module. For example, regarding the functions of WeChat, from this diagram, we can see that instant messaging, contacts, discovery, and Me are the 4 top-level functional modules of WeChat. Functions such as Moments and Scan are placed in the Discovery module. The detailed fields corresponding to the pages are not listed in the diagram, and it is only an abstract description of the page functions. From this definition, we can see: first, the functional structure diagram expresses the subordinate relationship between functions. Second, it reflects the logical structure of the product functional modules and their hierarchical relationships. Third, the functional structure diagram rarely involves specific field information and only emphasizes the logical relationships of functions. In summary, a functional structure diagram is a diagram used to describe the subordinate relationships, hierarchical relationships, and logical structures of the various functions of a product or functional module. Why draw a functional structure diagram? For some simple functions, there is no need for us to do so. When the functions of functional structure diagram are relatively complex, if we don't draw a functional structure diagram, it is very difficult to sort out the functions of the entire product or the entire functional module with our limited mental capacity. And it is also difficult to have an overall and comprehensive understanding of the product or functional module. With a functional structure diagram, it will be clear at a glance which pages each product has, what functions each page has, and what the logical relationships are among multiple functions. How to draw a functional structure diagram? Since the functional structure diagram is very important, how should we draw it correctly? Taking the membership system of a home furnishing app as an example, try to draw a relatively detailed functional structure diagram. There are many tools for drawing structure diagrams. For example, here we take Xmind as an example. To draw a functional structure diagram, we must know what functions there are. Since functions are the way to carry the business, we must have a detailed understanding of the business. According to the order of users use, it is divided into the registration page, the login page, and the membership page.
Let's complete the drawing of the mind map of the shopping system structure together. Through the previous user research and analysis, we know that this shopping system is a system that facilitates users' shopping. According to the order of users purchasing goods, it is divided into 3 pages: the home page, the classification page, and the membership page. The home page classifies the goods intuitively to facilitate users' purchasing, and users can quickly find the goods they are interested in. The classification page adds detailed classifications to the goods. The membership page provides users with functions that facilitate their use of the software. Now let's use the Xmind software to draw the mind map of the shopping system structure. The first step is to open the Xmind software. The second step is to select a suitable form of the mind map on the right side of the software and make the mind map based on it. The third step is to input the core of this mind map, which is the shopping system, on the far left. The fourth step is to distribute the secondary branch themes. After making simple style adjustments to the mind map, input the secondary branch themes, which are the home page, the classification page, and the membership page respectively. The fifth step is to create the tertiary branch themes under the secondary branch themes. We can click the subtopic option at the top to add the branch themes. First, for the home page, it can be divided into 5 modules: Search Product Classification, Application Scenario Classification, Product Style Classification, and Daily New Arrivals. Secondly, the classification interface can be divided into 2 branches: Product Category and Room. Finally, the membership interface can be divided into several parts: Shopping Functions, Settings, Recent Browsing, Online Customer Service, and Feedback. The sixth step is to refine each branch. First, for the product classification, It can be divided into home furnishings, fabrics, decorations, lighting fixtures, electrical appliances, beds, stools, and kitchenware. Then, for the application scenario classification, it can be divided into options such as the living room, bedroom, kitchen, and dining room. The product classification styles can also be subdivided into categories such as quality home life, technology enthusiasts moving to a new home, etc. Then, for the product categories under the classification branch, it can be divided into popular items, commonly used home furnishings, beds and mattresses, sofas, etc. And the popular items can also be classified into bookcases and storage racks, beds, tables, desks and tableware, children's bedrooms, textiles, sofas. Commonly used home furnishings can also be divided into wardrobes, bookcases, and storage racks. Chairs, tables, desks, and dining tables, etc., and other classifications can also be further subdivided. Then, the shopping functions under the membership can be extended to 4 functions: My Orders, My Collections, Coupons, and Shipping Addresses. The 7th step is to organize the whole mind map. First, select all the branch options and unify the text in the text toolbar on the right. Then select the appropriate branch pattern style in the branch toolbar on the right. In this way, the drawing of the mind map of the shopping system structure is completed. Classmates, see you in the next class.